Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're having a really great day. Today is Thursday, 16th of March, 2023. And what I wanted to do today is the introduction of a series of questions and discussions, thoughts that I wanted to share with you. And I've been trying to think about this topic for quite some time, and I wanted to share it with you. So I want to do an introduction of it and then highlight the first element that I wanted to do in this series. But mostly this is an opportunity for us to discuss and get these kinds of concepts out into the consciousness so we can discuss and be the leader and the creators that we're here to be. So here we are. The series here is about our belief systems, our underlying beliefs, and how our beliefs create our reality. Which is, I think, a really exciting topic for us to explore. So this series highlights the underlying belief systems that create the world we see in experience. It provides an opportunity for us to review and create new and move out of this matrix of what we've been creating, the boundaries that we've had. So I wanted to share with you a couple thoughts here. So it's sort of as background. I think our world really operates based on our belief systems. Our belief systems are all we do and function within these systems, these beliefs. The world is experiencing a controlled demolition right now of all of our belief systems, from financial, education, health, and to how we see the world and our universe, physics, quantum physics. All we've held true and are hanging on to are the systems that have kept our world functioning the way we know it, and they're all about to be ripped apart. And I think we're starting to really see that as a real reality when we watch what's happening right now in the banking system. The good news is we are moving to a better place. And that's always what this channel is about, knowing that we are the creators of that better place. We have the power to create the new systems, replacing these old systems. To me, this is very exciting and somewhat daunting, but we are creators. That's what we're here for. We're infused with a divine spark of creation, and we are tasked at this time with an amazing opportunity to create these new systems. It's pretty exciting, actually, to think about how much we can create. So how do we do this? Well, first, in order to do this, we have to examine the underlying belief systems that we have, that we know that there are, and then the fun begins. We know that to know that we are in a system of beliefs, and to know what those boundaries are and to observe them. Our belief systems lock us into a set of options, and they create boundaries. They weren't always negative boundaries, but those are boundaries. We have an opportunity to examine these belief systems and the boundaries that they lock us into at these self-imposed boundaries. The series wants to explore, I want to explore that, and the collective, and this is really important, the collective underlying beliefs, so we can see how these beliefs have limited the options that we now create to get us out of the systems and the issues that we face. So as an example, I was reading a book called The End of the World is Just the Beginning. I loved the title of that. And in this book, the author identifies the issues that are created by our current belief system. He systematically goes through how the global economy, supply chain, education, and overall Western way of life is systematically failing. He's done a really good job at identifying the cracks in our current system and how the system will or could react based on the current stimuli. His entire thesis is a testament to the current belief system that was created, the issues that he identified. However, his solution set also reside in that belief system that is currently in existence, creating massive limitations on how to address these issues, thus perpetuating the underlying belief system that created these issues in the first place. You can't fix it by doing the same things and living in the same world that created those systems. So if we are to see our underlying beliefs that led us to these issues, he may have explored many other things that go beyond the borders of the options and the structures that he said. Or maybe because he and many of the other people that are telling us all these issues and giving us these solutions, and our governments are so not motivated to do anything different because they win in these systems. Well, only a few win, and therefore that's not the best for the entire collective. And that's why I want to raise these issues. So regardless of the author's motivations, his limitations are thus limiting our collective imagination. I want to read things that inspire and expand my imagination to create new things. And I hope that this is impetus to help you do the same thing. So the goal here is to highlight our beliefs, to know what the issues are, to know what the beliefs are, and explore how they limit us. And finally, release the belief systems that are not working for us, thus opening up us collectively to create new beliefs and the new systems that are actually going to be creating the new world that we're in. I actually really like what Mark Atwood says. He goes, I'm an apocalyptimist. Well, that's exactly what I am. Extremely optimistic, but pragmatic, that we're creators. So knowing that everything that goes in to all of our consciousness at this very important time is what is creating the world that we are now creating on this earth. And now that she's evolving, she likes to be called Tara. And I think this is the most amazing time. So this is hopefully promoting and instigating us to have a discussion about the belief systems and saying, that belief system limits the options that we have, and thus helping us explore and go beyond the current solution sets that have been proposed in the world that we live in. So given that background, and I promise to not go through that again, unless there's something that someone wants me to do that another time and have a discussion, I wanted to get into the first belief system that I think is really important for us to discuss. And that is, within the financial system, there is a belief that the foundation of a healthy financial system is growth. Growth, simple thought, continuous growth. What does that do though? Let's unpack that a little bit. When you require continuous growth, companies are required to constantly look at and measure themselves against a prior standard and ensure that they grow beyond that, grow sales, grow revenue, grow customers, grow products, grow. Is that better for consumers? I don't know. So all those assumptions, that core assumption really fits into this entire matrix. Is it really necessary for a healthy company to constantly need to grow its sales and revenue? And if so, why? I challenge that belief on there. Growth is baked into our underlying financial system and how we measure it. You know, this concept of gross domestic product, GDP. Well, in that model, there's an equation, and growth is about, we measure based on a growth matrix, underlying belief system. And in that equation, there's a big thing that's put in part of it, and it's called population. So in order for the model, that GDP equation, to come out in a positive growth model, you have to have growth of capital, which is based on a debt system. So we have to get in more and more debt. We have to sell more, which is consumer driven. So we have to buy more and get in more debt. And a big part of that is population. We have to grow the population. So in this underlying belief system that we've created, which is, in order to be healthy for your economy, for a company, you have to have growth. You also have to be growing your population. Now that seems to be inconsistent with this whole system belief that we are overpopulating the world. And yet we measure ourselves in a world where we have to do that. So we're contradicting ourselves. So I challenge the belief system and really want to hear what you have to say, that growth is the foundation of a healthy company and a healthy economy. Why do we constantly have to buy more and sell more? Why do we have to buy? Why do we have to get into debt? I put that question out there as the first in the series of how we are looking at our current belief systems and what they're doing to us. So more on this subject. If you like this subject, let me know. I look forward to your comments, your questions, and engaging in a dialogue. And please give me ideas about what you think are current belief systems that you'd like to hear about. So this is Lisa from Question the Narrative. Let's continue to question, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Have a great day.